Hey folks, it's Carl over at Sterling Health and Fitness, and thanks for tuning in. So, many of you may know that our food supply is largely nutrient deficient. We can be eating really what we think are really healthy foods, but if they're grown in nutrient deficient soils, then they don't have the nutrients and minerals that we need. And we often find ourselves needing to take some kind of a quality supplement. And so today, I have a special guest with me, a good friend of mine, and somebody who brings a unique supplement to the market, which is proven to be very effective and the highest quality. So I'd like to introduce my special guest, Eliza Decker.
Thanks, Carl.
I'm so glad we're able to do this.
Yeah, me too, finally.
This is so cool. So I'm just gonna put it right out there. The question is, what is it that you have? I mean, I know, but I want to share with them. And what is it you have, and tell us about it.
Okay, so I represent one of the biggest science and technology companies, and with that science and technology, we've made, not synthetically, but through the compounds of the earth, a multivitamin called LifePak Nano. And the difference is, like you were saying, there are hundreds of different factors that go into the foods that we eat. So if, like you said, the soil isn't nutrient dense, that changes the nutrients of the food. So, for instance, like a tomato today is not a tomato that it was even 10 years ago.
Exactly.
So where your clients might say, yeah, I eat fruits and vegetables, 5 or 6 times a day, where are they getting those fruits and vegetables? Mm-hmm. So if the requirement is 10 fruits and vegetables per day, well, if you're not getting the nutrients out of the fruits and vegetables, then you really need to multiply that. Mm-hmm. So that's where we come in, and LifePak Nano is, again, those factors are all taken into consideration with the multivitamin. So if the weather can change something, the humidity, we're very plant and root based. Mm-hmm. So nothing in our product is synthetic, and the nano part of it is that it absorbs into the body. So
it assimilates.
Yes.
Getting it into the cell.
Yes.
Right.
And we know that because we have a patented scanner that is the non-invasive scanner that scans the tissue in your palm, and it tells you your antioxidant levels.
Right.
So we can test to see if your levels are rising. You would know anyway. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden you're like feeling better, sleeping better, your cravings are diminishing. So it's just more of a visual for our clients to see that their vitamin is working.
Right, just digressing for 1 second, I did an interview last summer with a buy fresh down in Pennsylvania. She showed me this stat about the tomato. Mm-hmm. The average tomato travels an average of 1,500 miles to reach your plate. And it's also grown in nutrient deficient soil, and it's not really red, and it's kind of white on the inside. It doesn't even taste like tomato. Yeah, so we really have that with so many of the crops out there that they're, plus all the stuff they're using on these crops a lot of times too.
It's the pesticides
very
and
dangerous. But so as a society, we're not starving for calories by any means. We can look around and pretty much see that, and it's not a judgment, it's just a fact. But we're starving at the same time, but for nutrients.
Right.
And so, and I am familiar with the product you have. I know that it's super, super, super high quality, very effective. Find people having, like you said, more energy, sleep better.
Yeah.
And because they're getting the nutrients, their body now isn't starving for them, so their hunger cravings seem to go away, right?
Right. I always use this example. If your mind and your body they actually don't work together in terms of recognizing what's deficient. So if your body is deficient in vitamin C, your mind's not going to say, give me that orange and eat it. Your mind's going to say, oh, my belly's hungry, I'm feeling hungry. So if you have a sandwich on the table, you'll eat the sandwich, and then you're full. So your mind is saying, okay, I satisfied my food craving in terms of being hungry,
Yeah.
but your body is still deficient in the vitamin C. So a couple hours later, you're hungry again. And
More
until you
food.
can get the nutrients, when they're
Yeah.
all balanced, then your cravings just start to diminish.
I love that you brought that up, because that's something I talk about with my clients, is when your body is hungry for a nutrient, your brain doesn't tell you which nutrient you
Right.
want. You just see food, it's like, okay, I'll eat. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't have the nutrient your body's hungry for, just
Yep.
like Eliza said, you're back eating another
Right.
hour or two later. So then what happens? Well, too many calories, get
Sugar
bigger.
rush, right, yeah.
Yeah, so many other things happen. Chronic disease, obesity,
Mhm.
type 2 diabetes. So just from being hungry and nutrient
Right.
deficient.
And again, it doesn't happen overnight. It's not like
Yeah.
your food cravings are, you're going to notice it right away, but
Right.
you didn't gain that 20 pounds overnight, and your body's not going to like automatically balance out overnight.
Right.
So we always suggest that you take our Life Pack Challenge, which is a 3-month challenge,
Mhm.
and during that time we scan you at month 1, month 2, and month 3.
Awesome.
Mhm.
So you have the scanner here, and we're going to show a picture of that during this, which I've been scanned
Yeah.
before, and I remember my numbers were actually really low. And here I'm the nutrition guy, and I'm the trainer, but then I started that Life Pack
Yeah.
now, and like within, I don't know what it was, 3-4 weeks,
Yeah.
we scanned, and I was up like 20,000 or
And
whatever it was.
physically,
It was
though,
great.
you could tell.
Yeah, I actually
you
have a little
knew-
bit of an edge going on to my energy level.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the hunger thing, I didn't notice the cravings. I thought I was eating really well.
And most people.
I'm even more conscious now
Yeah.
of what I eat, but I think it's actually somewhat difficult unless you really put in effort. It's really
Right.
hard to get the foods that have all the nutrients we need,
Mhm.
even if you're buying organic.
Mhm.
It's hard to get it all in your
And
diet.
the other thing that what we strive for in terms of our safety of the product is you can go and buy a brand X multivitamin.
Mhm.
It's the same as when you're thinking about being healthy in terms of what you're eating and eating organically, and how when you go to a store and buy just a cheap brand of
Yeah.
a multivitamin, it doesn't have to be cheap costing, it's
Mhm.
how do you know that everything that is being put into that multivitamin
Right.
is safe, is it's raw materials that are
Right.
grown in the right places. So that's where we're 100% backed with our safety of our product, is we know what's in our packet of a multivitamin. We would not let you ingest a multivitamin that's not safe for your body, because if you're just ingesting, say the multivitamin you're taking has a minute amount of toxins or pesticides, if you're taking that once a day, it's not a huge problem once a day. But
Yeah.
if you're taking that multivitamin every day for the
For
rest
months
of
and years.
it will start to accumulate in your body,
Yeah.
just like food.
Those
Just-
toxins go in. Toxins reside primarily in fat cells and in your liver. So it just helps that those fat cells get bigger.
Yeah,
The
right.
more toxins you have, the bigger.
Yeah.
So like we were talking about, people buy these vitamins, they don't know how much of the actual vitamin is in the capsule or the pill, because it's not regulated or anything like
Right.
that, and it can actually be really expensive. And there's the fact that sometimes they buy like 12 bottles of things to get it all in, right? They want to get all these vitamins. But
we have, so this is a Life Pack Nano. So what I like about it is my multivitamin before sat in my cupboard
Mhm.
in its container,
Mhm.
and maybe I took it that day and maybe I didn't, and maybe a week later I forgot to take it for a whole week, and then that turned into a month, and then really
Yeah.
what is that vitamin doing to me? Because again, this doesn't
happens all the
happen
time.
overnight. You
Yeah.
need to continually take this to make it work.
right,
So I put these packs in my purse, in my pocket, in my car, in my desk, and as soon as I eat a meal, I take a pack.
that's awesome. So you have high quality supplements
Convenient.
in a very convenient packaging, and so you also have a unique tool that you can use to scan antioxidant levels.
Right.
Right. To
Right.
see-
Through a non-invasive way. Typically, you can only do this test through a blood test. So we can test it from the tissues of your hands, and it tests the antioxidants. And again, when your antioxidant levels are higher, same with nutrients. So during the day, your body is constantly bombarded with cancer-causing agents. When your antioxidant levels are higher, your body is the shield, and it's a stronger shield, so less cancer-causing agents are invading into your body.
Right.
So you're always going to be like, some are going to invade in, but it's your immune system and your antioxidant levels that help keep those away.
Right, right. So you have a special tool you use.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Are you willing to show us?
Sure. So this
I
is
knew she was going to do this, but yeah, this is a really cool thing, the scanner.
So
And
what you're going to do
what we're doing is
you're going to place your hand on the
just
scanner.
like this, right?
Yep.
Okay,
And it takes 30 seconds.
okay. So we're going to measure my antioxidant levels, and I'm hoping I get a really good number.
I can't remember what you've done this once before, but
Yes, I did, and the first time I think it was somewhere around like 15,000, or was it in thousands?
yeah. So the higher the number, the better. So
No, 15 was really actually very
That's
poor, just
poor,
so
yeah.
you know. And like a high-end reading, a good reading would be what?
over 55,000.
Okay, and I got up into the 30s the
So-
last time we did this last year.
You're at 38,000. So you're in
So
the
it's
yellow.
better than the 15 I was a year ago. Yes. Okay, but I still am not where I need to be. So I just learned that I need to do, and work on that.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
And I also know how to do it. So this is good. So how do people get started here? Like, where do they go?
Okay.
Where do they go to acquire this?
So we're an online distributor. So you can't go to the store and just buy the box, which is in your benefit, because if you work through the distributor, you'll get the wholesale cost instead of the market price,
Right.
or the shelf price. So all information is at newskinusa.com. To be working with a distributor, you can always email us at skanhealth, SKAN, health, @gmail.com.
Okay, and I'll have that link going across the screen, so
Okay.
they can just click and go.
Yeah. So the prices that individual would see if they were just looking on their own are not the prices that distributors can provide,
Okay.
which helps. And then every month or every other month, the box is shipped right to your door. So when you run out, there's no running to the store and then forgetting another month later that you forgot to get your vitamin.
Auto ship, that's
Yes.
good. So now we know where to go to get that. And let's talk about some people who might also, everybody would benefit, but I'm thinking more about people in the wellness industry and how they might be able to implement this too. Because as you all know, you viewers who watch me regularly, my mission is to change the world and just, hopefully reach deep into society and help improve the quality of people's health and life in whatever ways we can do that. And this is one way to do that. So, of course, I'm also thinking about how to reach other people who can help other people. People in the wellness industry, trainers, doctors.
Even
You
oral-
have quite a few trainers and doctors who are using or
Yes.
represent the product, right?
Yes, so
Yeah.
a lot of the gyms or doctor's offices will, they'll have their own scanner. So
Okay.
they'll do the same thing that we're doing right in their own office, and they don't need to see our pretty faces every day. But then the other thing to do is, it's all about like creating this network of health and wellness in terms of
Yeah.
preventative medicine. That's that's a huge component, and I think it's starting to revolutionize a little bit more.
I mean, society in general is starting to take. There's a movement that is going towards being healthier, being preventative in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Preventative measures for things we've ignored as a general population for decades
Right,
now.
quick
And,
fix. That's what we've always.
it's insane. I could talk about that for hours. But, you know, we do have a situation where there are a lot of people that 2 out of every 3 are overweight and or obese. I mean, that's not a good stat. It didn't used to be that way, you know, but it's become that in the past 30,
Right.
40, 50 years. And, you know, it's the first generation now of children who have a life expectancy of less than their parents. I mean, that's sad, you know. So this is a way to get your nutrients, help the quality of your life. So skanhealth@gmail.com. We'll have the link there. Anything else you want to mention?
No, that's it.
Yeah, this is really awesome. I've known her for a couple years, and she's a good friend. She has just is always doing things to try to help people, and she wouldn't be putting something out there if it wasn't absolutely top quality. So I appreciate you taking the time to
Carl.
share. Yeah,
Thanks.
this is really awesome.
We'll get your score up a little bit.
Yeah, I got to get 38,000 though. Man, that's better than 15 or whatever.
Yeah.
I was really disappointed that day. You know, that put me into thinking a little differently about what I eat and supplements too. So, all right.
Thanks,
Thank
Carl.
you.
Thanks.
For watching, everybody's SterlingHealthFitness.com. Visit us. There's a lot of different things there, a lot of different interviews, articles, blogs, things that hopefully will help you to improve the quality of your health and your life. Have a great day. Over and out.